Good morning. This is the beginning of some of the most powerful teachings you're ever going to have in your life. I'm going to teach you this week some material that is not being taught in most places on the planet. It is not being taught in our schools. It's not being taught in our homes. It is probably being taught to in some seminars, but it's not really taught in a way that people really get it. It's almost a peripheral level. But I'm going to attempt this week to really delve into some material that's somewhat heavier and more out there than most people understand. And I'm going to do it in a way that helps you and quickly helps you understand that what is about to happen in your life is going to happen because this week is going to change everything. So, what you're going to do is I'm going to be doing several segments teaching about the subconscious mind, but I want you to understand and believe the power that it is. Hi. Guess what? This is your mind. This is your subconscious mind. I'm using this bowl as a prop because what we're going to do is we're going to consciously and in our visuals we're going to fill this subconscious mind with the power that it needs. We're going to seed it every day and we're going to give it the immense power that it deserves. Our inner world. This is your best friend. This is your best friend right here. It may not be serving you exactly the way you want it to right now, but that's fine. That's going to change because you possibly have not really learned how powerful this really is. The inner world, our inner world contact. We're going to create a relationship now, a partnership with your subconscious mind. From this day forward, I want you to say every day, I am partnered with my subconscious mind. And it is your best friend. You can refer to it any way you want. It's your partner, it's your best friend, but from this day forward, this is going to be your success partner. This is going to help you achieve all of your dreams in health, relationships, and money. We're going to start attracting all of the abundance that we desire in every area of our life. Our inner world is where we must stay in contact with. We must stay in contact with it. Our inner world, we understand the inner world based on inspiring thoughts. That's inner world. Each of us has, when I teach on stage, I talk about by constantly learning and by constantly taking courses, it's like a guidance system, a GPS, and this GPS is going to take you to where you want to go. We all need coaches, we all need mentors, we all need material to study so that we can learn and become better personally, professionally, skill sets, and in all areas of our life. And what we have to do is learn how to do it effectively. You can't go to a gym and start lifting weights unless you have the skill sets and techniques of how to lift the weights properly. Otherwise, you create problems. Now, in the same way, we have to learn all of the elements of how the subconscious mind works so that we can have total control, if you will, but we have the ability to utilize it in a way that's going to give us the results that we want in our lives. Each of us has our own road, our own avenue that can guide us. We have the ability to say, I'm going down this road, and this is the road that I choose to follow. This is my success road. Some of you may have heard of the term that we live in a universe that is much the same as a hologram. So I want you to believe from this day forward that you are holographic, because you are. And I'm going to explain this. So I talked about this at the beginning of the seminar. A hologram, what is a hologram? It is the whole that is contained within each and every one of its parts. The whole is contained within each and every one of its parts. So I used the example of a starfish. The starfish is a hologram, and when you cut off a leg of a starfish, it will grow another leg. But that leg will also grow another starfish, because it's a hologram, and the whole of the starfish is contained in each and every one of its parts, so it naturally will grow itself back. It's fascinating. So, in the same way, I'd like you to understand that your life, you exist in a holographic state. So, if you take a picture of me and we embed it in a plate, and we see a holographic picture of me, you'll look at me and you'll see me. I could be standing there like this, and you'll see me in different poses and looking, and you'll look at me from different angles, and you might see different images. But the thing is the picture of me is contained in the whole plate. So if I drop the plate and break it and pick up a piece of the plate, you won't see a piece of me, you'll see all of me. The same picture. So whether it's 20 pieces or 100 pieces, you're going to see the same whole of the picture. We as human beings are holographic. Now, I don't want you to go and cut off your arm and say, okay, I don't want you to do that. But what I'm saying is the subconscious mind is holographic. The subconscious is holographic. The subconscious is a tiny piece of the whole. The subconscious is part of the holographic universe. Everything that exists around us is a hologram, and we are a part of it, and our subconscious mind is a part of the whole. So if your subconscious mind is part of the whole, that means you can have everything that's contained in the whole, because you're part of the whole. You know, Napoleon Hill was attempting to explain this over 80 years ago, but he couldn't do it in a way that people would really understand it at that time, because society wasn't ready to hear that type of information. So he explained it in a different way. And what I want you to understand today is that you're constantly transmitting and receiving information. Those thoughts are constantly transmitting and receiving information, but it's because you're part of the whole, because you're connected to the source, you're connected to the universe, you're connected to the power that exists within us. And what we have to do is consciously every day start connecting with this, building up building up this belief and this power of the subconscious mind, and start to utilize it so that we start to see and attract everything we want in our life. It's going to happen. It's going to exist, and it will become the reality. So your subconscious mind is part of the whole reality. The subconscious mind is part of the whole reality, and this is what Hill was attempting to explain. So I'm going to take it to a little bit further. So I'd like you to imagine the universe we live in. We have a somewhat limited understanding of what we live in. We're all living on this rock called Earth that's floating around in a void, and there's hundreds of thousands and millions of stars and other planets out there, and that's about all we know. We have telescopes that go up and can allow us to see into the depths of the universe, but beyond what we can see, there is more. And all of this is contained as the whole. And energetically, everything in this universe is energy. So energetically, everything is connected because it's part of an energetic whole force. And you have the power to tap into the force. Luke used the force. So at any time, you can tap into the whole. Tap into the great universal mind. The ether. Tap into it at any time. You know, when we look at religion, all religions talked about tapping into a source, something greater. There's the movie, The Source, that talks about all interviews with successful people that said that, you know, when they really just tapped into the source, the powers, that's when it all happened. Now, maybe they used religion, maybe they used meditation. They didn't say what they used because they were communicating that we don't know what it really is, but there's a source of power greater than all of us, and whether we connect with it through meditation, through religion, through visualization, through whatever we utilize as a means to connect, it'll work for us. But here's the key thing. This is what I've discovered in life. You can have all of these spiritual connections. You can have all that, but if your mind is all messed up, you're going to attract more messed up. You see, you can. I've met so many people who are spiritual and religious, but they're miserable, and they're afraid, and they're scared, and they do things, and they ruin relationships, and they ruin opportunities because the doubts and the fears and the worries and everything that's screwed up causes them to do bad things, causes them to do the wrong things in money and relationships and health. So, and then they wonder why they're always miserable. And this is why people are constantly running from one person to another person to find happiness, but they're not going to find it because they haven't resolved this. But when you resolve this, you'll start to attract more of this. So by using methods of connection with the source, you're going to be allowing what's in here. You create, like through prayer or meditation or visualization, think of that as your transport system. It's your transport vehicle to allow these amazing thoughts that you create in the subconscious to connect with what's already out there in the ether. So if you want to have a brand new spanking sports car, if you want to have that beach home, if you want to have that beautiful loving relationship, then you've got to really meditate on that and ask for it, and it will show up. But then don't allow this to destroy it. Don't allow these old patterns and old negative thoughts to destroy what you deserve, the abundance that you deserve. So, each and every day, we must consciously be focusing on what we want in our lives, what we want to attract, using our methods of connecting with our higher powers, our higher source, and you'll start to see different results in your life. The conscious mind is personal experiences. The subconscious mind is completely unlimited because it is a part of the whole. It is a part of the entire reality. So know that what's in here, this subconscious mind, even though we're told our brain's 2 pounds, even though we might believe that it's only a little thing, it's much more powerful than you know. All you need to know is your subconscious mind gives you the unlimited power. And it has 2 abilities. Whatever is imprinted into the subconscious mind, it creates a vibration within you that attracts to you the people, the things, the circumstances, and the events that you want. I'm going to repeat this. Whatever is imprinted into your subconscious mind, when you emotionalize that, putting the feelings and using all of the senses that I've taught you, when you start to put that together, you then start to create the vibration. And when you start to believe throughout the day that everything that you're working on, that you want to have in your life, you just live in the reality that this has happened, and you stay in that vibration. And what happens is the vibration starts to connect out with the greater reality, the source, and the vibration attracts. You see, everything is vibrating in the universe. Everything is vibrating at all times. So your thoughts are vibrating, your feelings are vibrating. So you must understand that as you use the thoughts and the feelings and the vibrations, and as you use your vehicle to connect, meditation, prayer, declarations, all of the tools, as you use these vehicles to connect with that to which you want, you're going to start to see that as you raise your vibration, you start to attract more. When you go to a live seminar and you start to, at the beginning, you're still in a different energy because you've brought into that room the energy of the reality of the existence of what you're living with out there, and then you bring it into the room, but then your mind and your thoughts and your feelings start to shift because of what you're being taught and what you're learning. And all of a sudden, you start to feel better, and you start to meet people, and you start to have possibility, and the creation starts to happen. And all of a sudden, this happens, and then you leave, and you go home, and by Wednesday, you're not feeling so good anymore. But the way to overcome that is to do this every day and stay in the reality of that to which you want. You imprint that to which you want. Then you meditate. You visualize, you do your declarations, and you will create a vibration, a powerful vibration, and you will vibrate, and you will create a synchronicity that is connected to the universe. And this will allow you to create the results you want in your life. So when we say manifest, what we're really saying is that the subconscious mind is the great manifester. This is the manifester. Your best friend, your partner, is the great manifester. This is it. Everything you need is in here. And you have the fantastic opportunity to work on this every day and seed it and use your exercises so that you can start to attract that which you want in your life. Now, this entire series is being produced so that it can support you throughout other courses and everything you're going to do in your life and everything we're going to do on Huron TV. This course is the foundation. So what I'm going to be asking you to do is, even though you're doing the exercises, I want you to every day to go back, and every month I want you to watch this again. So you're going to watch this and whatever other course we do, because I want you to really get this deeper into your subconscious mind. We're at the beginning, but we have to continue to work. And I love repeating and reading again and watching a movie again or listening to a CD again. And the more you can do this every day, it's just going to get deeper. So start getting into the habit. When we're done, go back and watch this again. And simultaneously while watching the next courses. Because the next courses, the whole reason I'm teaching this area is because it is the foundation, and it works in all areas of teaching. But the mind must be conditioned properly so that we can have the best success in all areas of our life, in everything that we're going to be learning. So when we say manifest, we're saying the subconscious mind is a great manifester. Now, there are 3 important methods that you must learn. 3 important methods that you must learn. Consciously know you have a second mind. You must consciously be aware that you have a second mind. It's bigger than any mind you can contemplate. Your subconscious mind is bigger than any mind you can contemplate. You must live in this reality. You must understand that your life, your entire life is governed by this powerful mind, the subconscious mind. It is enormous. It is enormous. You know, when Bob Proctor teaches, he draws the mind like this big head, and then he draws a little stick man under it. And what he does is he wants you to get the visual that this is the power. Everything from here down is far less powerful than this. So you must visualize yourself walking around every day with this enormous head. And that's the power of the subconscious mind. So you must consciously know that this is a reality, that your subconscious mind is enormous. And then you must affirm that you know what you are looking for. I know I have the $1 million that I am raising. I know I have 7 leaders in my direct sales business. I know I have the relationship of my dreams. I know I am in top physical health. Whatever it is you want, you must know it. Next, Napoleon Hill said this too, faith. Faith is the eternal elixir, he said. All religions talk about faith. What is faith? Faith is a vibration of energy. It is known as the most powerful energy. Faith is the most powerful energy. When you have absolute faith in that to which you want, that everything you want will happen, you have an absolute certainty that this will happen, and you combine that certainty with the feeling of how you will feel when this happens. Because everything is a vibration. You live in vibration of success. You have the confidence that this will happen, and the faith is where you have to rest your belief, and the faith is allows you to relax, knowing that everything is going to happen. And finally, when you have messages come to you to guide you. Intuition is a guidance. Dreams are guidance. Gut feelings are guidance. There's a story told about Elias Howe, who invented the sewing machine. He has struggled to get the sewing machine to work. And then one night while having a dream, he was dreaming of being in this fires, and there was spears and everything. And he saw a hole at the end of the spear. And he woke up and he went, that's it. You put the hole at the end of the needle, not at the top of the needle. And by putting the hole at the end of the needle, the machine could feed and thread, and all of a sudden the sewing machine was created. Because it came in a dream. So much of what we desire in a life will come to us. When we start to use these powers, your intuition will become more powerful. You'll start to have different dreams. You'll start to have a lot more of these gut feelings. And then all of a sudden, you will be aware that the universe is speaking to you. Listen. Partner with your subconscious mind. You create a new relationship with your subconscious mind. This way, you learn to trust what your hunches are, your dreams, your intuition, and you know that the universe or God, however you wish to refer to it, is speaking to you. Trust it. I'd like you to watch this lesson again today. I'd like to really make sure you get this. Guys, have an absolutely extraordinary day, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's just going to get better. Take care.